Hello everyone. I haven't seen you for a while, I haven't talked to you for a long time, and in this video I wanted to share with you the reason. What was the reason? Mosquitoes! No, that wasn't the reason. I remember last time I filmed here, it was very loud because we have a road here, but this is the best place to film if you want to be not away from a house, but also outside, because on the other side it's very sunny. And I'm wearing a sweater even though it's the middle of July, but it's because I'm sitting here in the shade. Actually, it's very warm today. When I brought my daughter to the daycare, it was plus 18. And you might think that, what? Plus 18, is it warm? But for somehow here it feels almost hot when it's around 20. The summer weather came back because for a couple of weeks we had lots of rain and it was quite cool. Just a couple, I think the day before yesterday it was only plus 9. But I know that there are many of you who experienced this summer a heat waves maybe even. So let me know in the comments, how do you feel? How are you doing there? I read the news that it was very, very harsh ones this year, and I'm sending you lots of support, and hopefully it won't come back at least in the same scale this summer. But I'm sending you the coolest I would say you the warmest greetings, but I would say now the coolest with some cool wind from the north, so I hope you can have some break from this heat. So just quickly I will introduce myself in case you are watching. This is the first video on my channel you're watching. My name is Katja, and we're living, me and my little family, here in Finland, in the north of Finland. You can see it because I'm surrounded by mosquitoes now. And we moved here from the Netherlands more than 1 year ago. Yeah, it was in February 2025. And on my channel I'm sharing just our everyday life here, my thoughts on moving abroad and living in a small remote village. If you're curious about all this, please subscribe. You're very welcome on my channel, and it will make me very happy also. I think I will use some anti-mosquito spray. Wait a second. I hope it will work. I mentioned in my last video that big changes are coming, and already at that point we were living in a different state of mind since we started looking for buying a house. And I think from the beginning of April we were already very actively in this process, looking for houses. We've been living since we've moved here in this rented house. It's a row house. Our original idea was to buy a house after a while when we feel more stable. So from the moment when we started looking for houses, we visited and saw in person the houses we found interesting. The rest of the life in an emotional level kind of went on pause, because every time we were imagining ourselves living here and there, and for me personally, every time we thought that maybe this will be our house, it took the ground under my feet away, if you can put it like this, and it basically took all the creative energy away. I couldn't think of sharing our life here with you because it felt so unstable. What will come next? Will we live here? Will we live there? at that point when I said that I'm getting a driving license, we almost decided to go and live in a very special place 20 kilometers away from the center of the village, and that would change our life dramatically, both in a good way, but also brought so many new challenges. We for a while thought that it would be our choice. Then also we realized that we would miss so many things we can experience here in the village, like easy way to bring our daughter to the daycare. We would need to commute much more, which 20 minutes by car maybe in a city or like by any transport is not that much, right? But there it was a very remote place, beautiful in the nature, but it felt like we weren't ready for that yet. Also the conditions were not perfect to go for this option, and in the future maybe we would like to live somewhere like this, but now we thought that we would miss many parts of our village life, like cycling and cycling. Me cycling, Aphia cycling. She enjoys so much her little bike, and there wouldn't be that many opportunities for that. And that was also a very big couple of months period when we kind of moved mentally to that place, and it also was already quite heavy in my head. I will talk about myself. I cannot say entirely what Richard felt, but the world around us didn't stop. We continued doing our favorite things like traveling and going to the lakes and enjoying this beautiful nature. I was filming a little bit here and there, and I thought that it would be weird to share with you just those random parts of our life, or to create the whole story for this video. I thought that I would say first this hello, and let me know if you still want to see how May and June went, because this year it was also very special. It's our second spring here, and I realized that this year everything feels so different, very, very different. Starting from that, I started noticing so much more around myself, even the plants, the clouds, many different parts of this world. And second, that spring actually came 1 month early here too. I know that in other parts of the world it was also very early, but last year in May lakes were still frozen, and this year we experienced such warm weather. We traveled a couple of times to Oulu. It's the city in the west of Finland at the coast. We bought a new bike for me. We also bought a chariot for the bike so that I could cycle around with Aphia, because Richard went again for his business trip for a week. We were staying here alone with Aphia. I was cycling a lot, and I also realized how nice and independent it makes you, this way of transportation. We agreed in the opinion that we don't want to move that far from the center of the village now, and continued searching for a house, suitable house for us, and we found one, and we actually signed the contract just today. And hopefully very soon I will share with you our new house. I hope the rest of this goes well. So changes are coming, quite big, but positive, and now we feel much more excited and quite kind of relieved that we don't need to challenge ourselves so much now, and better do such big changes when we have capacities for this. I hope that I will feel very soon more grounded, and in spite of these changes, I will feel more creative, and I can use this energy to make more videos for us, because I missed filming so much and I missed you so much. Honestly, I felt like the time and all these changes of the seasons flying like sand through my fingers, because it was polar day season and it's already a week since the sun started going down again. I will include a couple of shots how it looked, but for me it also felt like it went by so quickly. Last year it felt like it lasted the whole summer, but yes, this year we were honestly focused on different things, and I'm actually looking forward to experience the winter. I'm already looking for the not polar night, we don't have a polar night here, but long dark evenings, and in our new house we are going to have a beautiful sky view. It's a small spoiler, and I'm really looking forward to see all the changes of the seasons in a new place. So stay tuned if you're also curious, and I'm sending you the biggest greetings and huge hug. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're all doing well. So again, some coolness to you from the north of Finland. Thank you very, very much for your patience. It means a lot to me that you are still here after a month of me being silent. I'm going to run to pick up Avia, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye. Пупочка.